Finesse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered Podcast. We are your host, Marco Barella.
And Troy Scherzer.
And it doesn't take me any pleasure making this intro because it's come to me and Troy have been doing a lot of soul searching, right? It's been about a week or two since we made another episode, and we've done some soul searching, and I just think we both come to the conclusion that this just isn't working out anymore. I really think that this podcast was a good thing at first, but then I just like all good things, it must come to an end. And I think we need to disband the Unfiltered Podcast.
Yeah, it comes with a heavy heart. Yeah, fuck you guys. Happy April Fools. Fuck you guys.
Happy motherfucking April Fools that we ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. We're staying right fucking here.
Yes, but however, this is actual. We're gonna try to get out as much as we can right now. I have a very, very packed schedule right now with starting to pack, work, moving at the end of this month. Or I guess beginning of next. But anyway, bunch of shit going on. We're going to try to stay consistent, but between work schedules and trying to get things going, we realize it's getting harder and harder right now, especially as time dwindles down. Now, after May, once I get moved in a new place, we get stuff set up and everything, we should be back on a week-to-week basis. We shouldn't have any issues with that. It's just right now, it's tough, especially getting Marco over here at when I tell him, hey, Marco, let's do 7, he says, okay.
I lost track of time.
7:30, I call him, like, Marco, where are you?
Today was a different circumstance. Today,
I
will say, no, I wasn't playing MLB. Not yet.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like, kind of, piggybacking what Troy's saying, it's been busy, obviously, primarily for Troy, but I've been going through stuff at home, work, and it's been, obviously, like, I don't have a license yet, so I am working on that. But in the meantime, we apologize for the inconveniences and not uploading. But we got busy schedules, especially Troy. Like he said, he is currently moving. So congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
But yeah, so we barely got to manage this meetup right now. I don't know if you can tell again, but we're back in person. It's been at least a month since we've done this in person.
Yeah, I
missed this. This is the way it should be. But again, like what Troy's saying with his schedule, man, I give him credit, for, managing to set this up and getting back together right now. But we're not going fucking nowhere, baby. We're staying.
Yep. And we'll have a room to ourselves. Well, not to ourselves, but there will be a podcast dedicated room at my new place. So
yeah,
we'll
maybe
actually have shit set up. I don't have to take it down and put it in my what is this, kitchen? Dining room?
Yes, we're currently in the kitchen right now.
Yeah. At my dining room table. I don't do this shit anymore. I can get my own table,
Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll do camera. We'll get the room decked out in Unfiltered Podcast memorabilia.
We gotta get a neon sign. I love those neon signs.
We gotta get the neon sign.
Cool.
We gotta get like a wooden table like this with a branded.
I want a circle table so badly.
Dude,
like a perfect, circle table.
We gotta get comfortable rolling chairs. We can sit down and relax. Yeah.
We'll look into that. Yeah, Marco's got to put a little money up for that, though.
I do. I actually went to the bank recently.
Yay!
I am
cash money.
I am very happy with what I am seeing, but it could be better.
Yay!
I'm only 90.
Marco got to work more.
I do. Hours ring right now. Hours.
Exactly. Yep.
But
Come on.
I mean, like I said, apologize again. We're gonna try to do at least once every 1 week. You said like every other week.
We're gonna try to do every week, but it's probably gonna look like every other week. We'll try to keep you guys
just
updated
for April primarily,
yes,
maybe partially of May because of Troy's moving.
The beginning of May, probably the first week. I'm gonna say this now: we will not be posting the first week of May. I have moving, graduation, and then there's something else on the weekend as well. That week, and plus I will have just moved in like 2 days prior.
Dude, you're gonna miss my birthday, May 6th. I want to do a birthday episode.
No way.
May 6th?
Is it really? Hold
May
on.
6th.
May 4th?
I think
5th, 6th? All right. We might be able to get something done then.
Maybe.
We might.
Knock on wood, we'll do a little special.
Well, usually you go out with your buddies and whatnot. I'm not your buddy.
Maybe that.
So.
Okay, maybe we'll do it the day after before because I guess I
Not the day after. That's graduation.
Fuck. Troy's graduated from kindergarten. Congratulations.
Yeah.
He's a big boy now.
I can finally read.
But yeah. Also, like we mentioned in the last episode, we're trying to get some fucking Jesus. We're trying to get something planned for the 10th episode. So,
which is next episode.
Knock on wood, we get that out next week. Hopefully, we're waiting for our guest to confirm it. But we all get the same date and all that. So that's gonna be special. First guest. I'm excited. You guys have a lot to look out for. So make sure you guys are subscribed, following on the social medias. Again, all that will be in the description down below, so you guys keep informed. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel bad because honestly, this is a passion project of ours, and I feel like we slightly let you guys down. We one of the things that we were adamant about when we started it is that we were going to be consistent. Obviously, I wasn't great with the schedule of my old podcast because goddamn, I sucked at that. But again, we're back. We're gonna do this thing. So
I think we get it.
Anyway, I think once we were all settled in, good shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I get my license, which I'm studying, not every day.
Shit.
I'm studying my permit. I mean, a part of me is kind of glad I waited until a little when I'm older because from my understanding, because I remember when my friend Nico was doing it, that he had to do like the wait 6+ months.
Yeah, you go when you're 16.
You have to get certain hours in different temperatures, different times of the day, different climates, kind of.
Okay, to be frank, yes,
no,
but
you're Troy.
Yeah. They say that's required, but all you basically need is a parent signature. Not necessarily who lies, but if you don't have to document, because I think it's like 10 hours in rain, 10 hours in snow or cold condition, 10 hours in sun, 10 hours in cloud. If you get 9 in cloudy or rain or snow or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, you can see what I mean. It's not like they're gonna be like, oh, you gotta document everything. You gotta write down your hours. Just like there's certain you're supposed to, I forget the amount of hours you're supposed to have driving. If you're missing some, as long as you know how to drive and you pass the driving test, I feel as though 4 hours you miss of driving, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's you had a little bit of leeway.
You gotta have a parent who's willing to lie for you. I respectfully, I don't think my parents would do that. I don't think
they would lie for you. But if you're like an hour off, like if you keep 100%. a rough estimate, and you're like, I'm right around now. I don't think they're gonna be like, you know what, add them up every single day. Yeah, you gotta go through.
I mean, because from what I understand at my age, that I can get my permit, let's say on Wednesday, and then I can go back on Friday or Saturday to get my license. That's like that quick. Yes. But I have personally, I've been studying the actual test part of it, but I haven't driven a car and gone. I mean, what I do it at home. I park the cars in the driveway. And that's all. I don't fucking. I used to a year or two ago. I used to go to the a local cemetery and I'll just practice looking, turn right, and.
I will say it is so much different, and there's actually, I hate to say it, there's a reason why they suggest 6 months of driving practice, and some people need more. Some people still need more, and they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s.
50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, and everything, everywhere else. All right, so let's do the drink review. Okay.
The drink. Troy's drink.
Yeah, drink review.
Troy's drinking again. Song. What is today's elixir of the gods?
The elixir of the gods. We got Surfsides. I have 2 different kinds, but really I'm gonna taste test the black cherry lemonade.
Hashtag not sponsored, but
hashtag not sponsored. I've been on these shits. It doesn't actually say it. Does it say on here how many calories? 100 calories. It doesn't tell me about the sugars. I don't know. They're 4.5%, 12 ounce, slims, whatever. No big deal. Anyway.
The sound of the unfiltered podcast right there, baby. Make sure you gargle it, and make sure you really get the flavor in there. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I've had them before. They're amazing. They're great.
So what the fuck's the point of reviewing it if you already had it before?
For the people that haven't, because this is actually a newer flavor, black cherry lemonade.
Black cherry lemonade.
Yeah.
Is the one I'm drinking or no? This is a different.
No,
one?
you got the mango. What are they?
Living lemonade. Mango lemonade.
So have you heard of Two Turn Tony?
Yeah, this is a shake.
This is his.
This?
Yep, that's his lemonades. He has Two Turn teas, but Living lemonades are the lemonades. They come in a variety pack. There's blueberry, mango, classic lemonade, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. Anyway,
They're not bad. They're not bad.
It's pretty good. Oh, pink lemonade. That's what it. Pink
Ooh,
lemonade.
I love pink lemonade.
I don't like mango, so that's why you get mango.
So you gave me the shitty one.
Yeah. I just don't like mango anything.
You don't like mango water ice from Rita's?
What? It's not. Don't get me wrong. Water ice is pretty good. When it comes to drinks, it's usually I'm iffy.
You're not a beer guy. We discussed that
I'm not
before.
a beer
You're
guy.
a
Mango's
liqueur.
kind of,
A malt. I don't know what the fuck
A
malt
malt.
is still. I'm not gonna
it's a
lie.
malt beverage. I don't
Sounds European. We're in America, bitch.
I think
Miller.
I
Give me a
think it's
fucking
actually
Miller.
an American product.
Fuck
Hold on.
off.
Hold on.
You're saying that Guinness is an American product? We discussed
no,
Guinness in the last
that's
episode.
a beer. What? That's a dark beer. Guinness?
Yeah, I thought Guinness was a malt. You
No.
said it was a malt.
No,
You wanna bet?
no, it was the iced teas. The iced
No,
teas.
and
last time.
you described. You said it was a chocolatey malt flavor, some shit like that.
It was like a. I don't
You
know.
probably
Beer
don't
flavor.
remember much of that.
I
Light.
don't remember.
Is
The Guinness is great. Where? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Where?
I'm willing to bet. Someone in the comments down below. I'm pretty sure it was the last episode. I think we had this discussion about Guinness and something about being a malt. I don't know what a malt is. If you guys want to inform me in the comments down below, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm right here. I could be wrong, obviously, but
There's a legend that early Egyptians manufactured malt by placing it in a wicker basket, which was then lowered into the open wells of that time. So,
what the
who
fuck?
fucking knows?
I wasn't alive at that time. I don't think.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe you're pretty.
I have
old.
no idea. Anyway. Yeah. So, rating. Oh, I didn't get to that part. Let me. They're actually really good. I will. If you don't like cherry, I could see it's probably not for you. They do have other types of lemonades that are really good. I give this thing a solid
How many booms?
8.8
8 booms.
8.8 booms.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
No,
no, fucking hell.
We're adults here.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
All right.
Hey, so
Breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Breaking news.
Fuck.
We have information on the Luigi Mangione case. Mangione. I know you don't know this because I just seen it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The DOJ to seek the death penalty against Luigi in CEO murder case. The Attorney General Pam Bondi is the one that's seeking it against him for the death of the CEO.
Oh, fuck. I wish I brought my notes. Damn it. I made notes from this from a month ago. I remember they
This
said,
came out 2 hours ago.
No, I'm talking about notes because they had a trial, another a viewing. They said that they were gonna do this. They're gonna do at least one more trial. If I'm not wrong, it could be wrong, but they said they're gonna do one more trial before in the summer. Because I remember I gotta maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode, but I did see that today and I remember having this conversation all the way back in December or January when this first broke. I remember we both said we agreed that there's no way he's gonna do the death penalty. But
And New York being a majority blue state, that's crazy. It says
fuck the Dems. But so they said they said they recommended it or
so
they could appeal it.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed federal prosecutors to pursue the death penalty against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thomas last year in New York City. Mangione faces state murder and terrorism charges in New York, along with federal murder and stalking charges. The state charges are not eligible for death penalty. So it's really the terrorism and the federal murder, I believe.
Fucking terrorism, bro. That's
'Cause of
so
state charges.
fucking stupid. That's so fucking stupid. It's not terrorism. It's a murder. Absolutely. I'm not arguing that. I'm not getting back into this. I mean.
I know. We'll just touch on it for
fucking. I'm not even doing it on part. That was legit.
I fucking got you to do it now.
we're not
That's
trying to get,
hilarious.
because I remember talking about this, and we both said that we don't think that it was going to come to death penalty. I still don't. So, from what I understand, like, I'm not a legal guy, but like, could they appeal this? They're recommending it the death penalty, but then again,
Oh, all right. Sorry.
oh shit, no,
I
no,
was
no,
reading.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, all right. I didn't mean to cut you off. So this, I was just reading a little bit more. So Mangione has pleaded not guilty to 11 state charges, but he has not been arranged for the federal charges. He's due back in federal court later this month.
Summer, right? This month.
Later this month.
Fuck.
So this is what it says. Luigi Mangione's murder of Brian Thomas, an innocent man and father of 2 young children, was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. After careful consideration, I have directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry out President Trump's agenda to stop violent crime and make America safe again, Bondi said in a statement Tuesday. President Trump signed an executive order on his first day in office compelling the DOJ to seek the death penalty where applicable.
Dickhead.
I personally, all right, let's break this down to 2 things. We'll break this down into suggesting the death penalty for Luigi based on what happened and based off the agenda to stop violent crime. But then let's break it down into the second half where where Trump signed the executive order on his first day in office compelling the DOJ to seek the death penalty where applicable. The death penalty where applicable, I agree with. There is certain people for certain reasons, school shootings, mass murder, 100%.
Bombing.
There's bombing, terrorism attacks, absolutely. This case, however, I don't think falls under that.
They're wanting it to. I don't want to put the tinfoil hat on and fucking sound crazy, but there's just it's like saying anybody can get shot right now and say that's terrorism. That's not the case. I just think it's coincidental that it's because it's a well-known CEO. You could go down that rabbit hole saying that there's definitely
there probably is. Not tampering, but there's influence behind hey yo. I knew him.
Maybe somebody who has stock in the company that, United Healthcare, it's plummeting and shit like that.
Yeah. And it's, okay, not saying murder is good. Of course not.
Some people deserve it.
There are people that have killed more people at one time are not facing the death penalty. He killed one person, which is terrible, but he killed one person.
Allegedly.
Sorry, I guess it still is
allegedly. Yeah, legally. You gotta say.
I understand they want to try to label it as terrorism, but I don't. It should not be terrorism. It should be a premeditated assassination, not terrorism. You can't say it's terrorism when he's an American citizen going after another American citizen. We talked about the definition of terrorism last time, how terrorism is supposed to, I think it's to inflict fear in a group of people. I feel like it didn't really do that. He killed one person, that's it. And then left and got found at a McDonald's.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah, in Pennsylvania. That I think that's my breakdown of it. One half, I agree with, yes, people do deserve the death penalty. I don't think we should get rid of it. I think that should be a thing. I mean, you can believe what you want. And nothing.
Our producer.
Anyway.
I'll piggyback.
Thank you.
I'll piggyback. I mean, you're right. I mean, honestly, I think it's a whole different philosophy, and it's creepy to think about how humans and we say when random people commit heinous crimes like this, people say, "Oh, it's not up to him to play the judge, jury, and executioner," but people do actually have those roles in real life, where when one person is in charge of another person's life. And obviously, like you said, murder's murder. It's fucked up no matter how way you look at it. But obviously, some people who do the worst of the worst, the shittiest of the shittest, people who have did the worst things in their life. I do agree with that aspect of it. Um, I just think that for like you said for this case it does not apply. I think if
No.
anything,
No.
if he is found eligible to be the suspect and they prosecute him, that he gets honestly the way it's looking, he's probably going to get life in prison. If they
Of
if,
course.
if
I
they,
totally agree with that. If not in solitary for
it's
30
like
years.
by the miracle 0.00000.1% he gets off from this. There's just no way. At this
I don't
point,
think
I
so.
if I
I
were
don't
his
think so at this
lawyers,
point. They're not looking at anybody else.
I was gonna say if I'm their lawyers, like I'm just prepping for the worst. Like there's no way you're getting out of this
Yeah.
scot free. You're going to have to like try and come to an agreement and a settlement. I think he gets. Let's say like 2 life. I'm gonna call it right now. I don't like betting or predicting on fucking people's fates, but I'm just saying what I think is going to proceed. I think he's not gonna get found of the fucking death penalty. I don't think he's gonna get that. I think he's gonna get say 2 consecutive life percentages without the chance of parole.
I'm going to go with lucky number 3.
3 life.
3 life sentences.
Well, then again, is he getting?
He'll die. I think the whole point is for him to die in prison.
Yeah, that's what fucking 2 consecutive.
2 is only 60 years. He's only, I think, in his 20s, so there is a chance he would get out. That's why I think 3. Because what I'm going to bet is they're doing the state murder, terrorism, federal murder, and stalking.
Is he getting charged in any Pennsylvania crimes? Because he technically brought him.
I think because, some are state charges, which I think the stalking and the state murder are the state charges, and they're not eligible for the death penalty. But the federal murder is because I think he left the state. I think that's why they can say that. The terrorism as well, but I don't know. Wait, Mangione faces state murder and terrorism charges in New York. So that should be the state charges along with federal murder and stalking charges, which is a federal crime. So it's really just federal murder. Probably terrorism leads a little bit into it, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 3 life sentences. Call it a fucking day.
No chance of parole.
No chance of parole.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree
like
with that.
again, we're kind of like saying that it's like again, it's allegedly at the moment. At the time of recording this, allegedly we could be looking at a guy who's not, but it's very damning that he definitely is the main culprit. But I just think that it is suspicious that how out of everybody, say a local person would kill someone in in an alleyway, and they're not gonna get charged with fucking terrorism because nobody knows who that guy is.
Yeah.
But
it's the same exact thing. He runs up on him, guns him down, runs away.
And
Yet
obviously
he's not facing terrorism charges. It
and
doesn't make
obviously,
sense.
yeah, and you look back with, like you said, it definitely is premeditated because obviously, the whole defy, defends, dispose. I've got the 3 words he had in the bullet case, and he obviously planned all this out.
100%.
He knew where he would be at the time of the shooting, but I just think that I don't know. I'm very fascinated to see where this goes. I think they're already making documentaries about this because it's an interesting case and topic. Because I should have brought my notes because I didn't fucking make notes when they were in trial or something like that. But I will keep you updated. I guess you said that later this month they're gonna go back and talk.
Yeah.
So maybe by then, hopefully we'll discuss it. Maybe when New Troy's place. Maybe who knows.
Yeah.
But I am very interested to see what happens because it's weird. It's an odd case. It's definitely gonna be a movie someday.
Yeah. So let's go to a lighter note.
I heard that there's another form of breaking news in the sports world.
Yeah, more breaking news in the NFL. So we'll just talk a little bit of sports. Why not?
Let's change it up.
We love sports, and it's a little bit more positive. Anyway, so recently the NFL had the owners meeting, as you know, to discuss
I definitely know.
groundbreaking rules. Different teams put out different things about they want things changed. Also known as ban the tush push.
I heard on the radio.
So
it's because is the Eagles the only team that does it?
no, other teams have done it. They don't do it as well. That's the problem.
We're good
the
at
problem
pushing.
is, I think it's at least 92% of the time it is a completed play for gain.
Shit.
So
They're banning it. You said
Well, hold on. So I'm gonna go down the line. It looks like so. What was passed? Well, I'll do this. Both teams get the ball in overtime in regular season. 10-minute period, just like in the playoffs. I know that was a big thing, especially Chiefs Bills game, because it was always whoever got ball first, aka Pat Mahomes,
Kermit the
scores.
Frog.
They win immediately. First, it's used to be first to score. Now both teams will get a chance. So if you're only able to get 3 points, it goes back, and if they get a touchdown, they win. Or if you tie, you do it again.
Yeah.
The Packers' proposal to ban the tush push.
Oh, the Packers said that.
Yes, they're
pussies.
the ones that put that out there. It is tabled for now, so they will talk about it in their May meeting.
Do you think it's gonna get banned?
I don't think so. What they were claiming about it is it's dangerous for the players, and it is it's a health risk.
But then again, most
now,
of the NFL is a health risk. You
exactly.
put your body out.
And we look at the last 2 or 3 seasons that they've done this successfully, 92%, at least 92% of the time. I don't think one person has gotten hurt from the play.
No one.
So I think that's why it's because you can obviously you're all jumping on one person. You got 2 behind you pushing you. That line is just breaking down into one giant mound, and there are people on the bottom of it, especially centers and nose guards. They're on the bottom, and they have multiple 300-400 pound men on them. Multiple.
Sounds
so
like
you're
a
looking,
good dream.
yeah. There's a lot. However, God,
sounds like a Friday night.
sounds like Friday night. However, not one person has gotten hurt and had to be taken out of the game or sidelined or anything from this play directly.
That's
so,
knock on wood.
We'll see.
They should talk more about the Guardian Cap stuff. I know it looks fucking stupid, but it's literally
that's an interesting topic.
Who's that one dude from the Dolphins that everyone make fun of?
Tua?
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Everyone's like, dude, fuck it. He's like, I'm not wearing that shit. I'm like,
dude had 3 or 4 major concussions in his, I think, 4 or 5 years in the NFL.
He's like somewhere newish.
Yes.
God.
He's maybe 3. I think this is his 5th year, if I'm not mistaken. Either 5th or 4th. I can't remember. And he's gotten a concussion multiple times in 1 year, and I think he's had 4 now major ones. And they're not just like he gets knocked down, oh, I have a headache.
He's like,
he's
body,
crinkling, his body is doing some involuntary
that
stuff.
Shit is
it's really messed
so
up.
Uncomfortable to watch.
And the bad part is, knock on wood, it doesn't happen again, but it most likely will happen again.
We're hoping he doesn't.
We hope it doesn't.
Knowing the streak.
He is too injury prone. I don't think they should have paid him, to be honest with you.
How much is he getting
paid? I think he signed a contract, if I'm not mistaken. Like a normal,
you know
a good contract. Probably
500,000 or millions?
It's probably around 30 to 35 million a year.
Either fuck. I mean, either way,
Joe Burrow's making 50.
Yeah, but he's not getting fucking CTE on a weekly basis. On
all right, that's fair. He's not, but he was hurt. Not last season, the season before.
I mean, I don't want to
He also his rookie season, he went out with an injury. He's only been in the league, I think just as long as Tua, and he's been out for multiple. The first season, at least over half of it. The third season, almost over half of it.
I mean,
and last season he was
look at Aaron Rodgers on the Packers.
That was crazy.
He went on the field with a flag, and then 10 minutes later, oh, fucking injured.
That was all fucking. It was the first drive, wasn't it?
I thought it was. Yeah, it was the first.
It was the first drive.
First game as a Packer. Too.
Was it the first or second play? Was it the first play?
Couldn't tell you. It was a year or two ago. I know.
Not this past season. This season before.
2
years ago. I
mean, it's I guess to put it into my world, like baseball, you have players that are young and they get look at Jacob deGrom. I'm not to be biased. Arguably dominant pitcher from 2010s. He gets Cy Young's awards, but there's a heavy debate that he doesn't make the Hall of Fame because he's fucking so injury prone. He obviously gets sent to Texas Rangers a few years back.
Yeah,
and literally his first season, couple starts, he gets Tommy John. He's out for the rest of the season. It's brutal. It's in both sports, but I don't think they're gonna ban the tush push. Personally, I think, I guess, kind of like, something I don't know if you know, but there's a current. I want to say controversial, but there's a current fascination with the bats in the MLB.
Oh my God, the new
The
bats.
the
Hold
torpedo
on.
bats.
Why don't we let me get through these?
Oh, yeah,
We'll
yes,
talk
yes,
about
yes,
it
yes,
because
yes.
I want to talk about that shit. That's the fucking torpedo bats.
They're fucking wonky.
So that's tabled. The Detroit Lions proposal to eliminate an automatic first down as a penalty imposed for defensive holding and illegal contact. So basically, pass interference. Yeah, pass interference, defensive holding. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Pass interference and defensive holding. Basically, what it does is you get an automatic. I think you get 5 yards and an automatic first down.
Got
It can really fuck up plays and drives in games because of that. Because a simple pass interference now gives the team 5 more yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance that the pass interference that's going to affect it is on third or fourth down. At the end of the game, it's for all the marbles this drive. If they stop them, they win. If they don't, either ties or loses, and a pass interference comes through, and it gives them a fresh set of downs, 5 more yards. When that happens, it happened to us in the Super Bowl 3 years ago. Yeah. Pass interference. We would have won if that pass interference didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
It was third or fourth down.
I couldn't tell. I'm just
like
bullshitting you.
I think he had 20 or 25 yards.
Cool.
Mahomes. It was Mahomes' offense. He threw it, and it was a silly pass interference too, which was the annoying thing. It wasn't a major or anything. It was just a little bit on the shoulder. Yes, if you want to critique that, you got to critique everything. That's something you got to let the boys play. I think they still had another down, so it wasn't like they were out of it, and that was it. That would have been it.
Yeah.
But it gave them a fresh first downs and 5 yards. It was a play or two, and they got a touchdown, and then – or no, I'm sorry. They got it to the 5-yard line and then sat there.
Yeah.
And blew through 2 minutes of time, leaving us with 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
anyway, I think they should have been changed, but it was denied, unfortunately. Touchbacks on kickoffs now moved to the 35-yard line has been passed, meaning if they need it in the end zone, it's now instead of 20 or 25, it's now 35. Little weird, but whatever. Detroit's proposal to reseed the playoffs based on record.
Ooh.
That's a major one. It has been tabled.
So, how does it normally do it?
Basically, so as you know, on each side, NFC, AFC, there is 4 divisions.
Yeah.
The AFC, East, West, North, South. Basically, whoever is top in that division, in one of the 4 divisions, automatically gets a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed, no matter on record, as long as you're the top in that. The reason being that this was brought up, Vikings being 14-3 were a 5 seed and had no home home advantage. They were on the road the entire time, lost the first game.
Damn.
So it's the whole point. If you're 1, 2, or 3 or 4, you get to play at home.
Yeah.
There's the number 1 seed, gets a bye, of course, but 2, 3, 4 get to play at home. If it would have went by score, they would have got to play at home. Yeah. But since it didn't, they got a 5 seed, had to go on the road. Playoffs on the road. I hate to say it. Baseball is kind of like this a little bit, but especially NFL, it's one game. So it's for all the marbles. Anything can happen. It's anybody's Sunday. Once playoffs hit, you really don't pay attention to what the record was during the season. It's just team versus team. I mean, no matter what the record is.
I'm sure there's been some shitty teams that have made to go all
exactly.
The way.
And that's where home advantage or home team advantage
Mhm.
is big because now it's team versus team, no longer record versus record. You're not playing a crap team. You're playing a playoff team that made it into playoffs, had
So
a good
it's
enough
like the
record.
fucking White Sox versus the Dodgers. Like you
Yeah.
could be versing like the good best team, and then they could be the worst team.
Yeah. And that's what it's.
I think that should be a thing. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
And it's been
sure that's how
tabled,
the
so we'll
baseball.
see.
I'm pretty sure that's how the MLB works. I'm
So,
pretty sure.
yeah, I think MLB goes by record, where NFL does.
The
NFL
first top
does,
3 teams primarily.
but it only does in each division, which there's 4 divisions on each side.
Yeah.
So, I'd say you get the Buccaneers getting the 4 seed that are, 10-7 or 9-8, and you're like, you got a 14-3 team that's
And a
now a
5
5
seed,
seed and had to
yeah.
go on the road to go versus the number 2 seed.
That's bull.
Anyway, that's where it's a little weird.
That's some bullshit.
It's tabled though. However, so and
I think that should be a thing.
to be honest with you, it really hasn't been too prevalent. There's been some cases that's like, you know what, if they would have had like if we would went by score or by record, maybe we would have had a different outcome. Last year was big. You had the problem was, I believe the Vikings and the Lions are in the same division, and they were 1 and 2 on the NFC side.
Yeah.
And since they're in the same division, whoever is 1 gets a bye and home team advantage. Whoever gets second in that division is now a 5 seed, has to go on the road.
Yeah.
You kind of you get where I'm saying. And then we see what happened. They lost, and it's like this is
Kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I think
Alright.
that should be a thing. I think. It should.
I agree. NFL Christmas triple header, 2 games on Netflix, 1 on Amazon, has been added. So now it will now be a triple header on Christmas.
That should be fun.
So meaning the NBA no longer owns Christmas. NBA has a triple header on Christmas, and it used to be their holiday. Thanksgiving, football, of course. Christmas, NBA.
4th of July baseball.
Now you got 4th of July baseball, summer baseball. Nothing
Okay.
beats baseball in the summertime. Anyway, it's been added. So now let's
That
be
should
it.
That should be
NBA's
interesting.
viewership has already been going down.
So I
It's
say
going
I
to go
heard
down even
NBA
more.
is not doing good at all.
They're doing good, but their viewership keeps going down and down and down and down.
Baseball's been going up and up, and NFL.
Baseball's going up. NFL's been going up. That's kind of
Yeah.
But baseball's been going up recently, yeah. But I think the rules that's been implemented have helped. It's faster games. You don't have a 4-hour game.
What, NBA and MLB?
MLB,
Oh, yeah.
where the score is 0-0, and you're like, dude, please, someone just score already.
Yeah, I mean,
Get me
I've
outta
noticed
here.
it. I've noticed it because I've been going to baseball games since I don't know how long, but like, it's like mostly 2 hours, 30 or 40 minutes. It's incredible because like, I just saw a video of Rob Manfred, the commissioner.
Yeah.
He's one of the most like I mean, it's a unwritten joke that every team sports commissioner gets booed. They're fucking getting shit on, but like. With Manfred, he is like the biggest mixed bag, because yes, he didn't handle the 2020 COVID shortened season well, blah blah blah, but like one of his goals when getting into it is that he wanted to, like, his main priority was making it shorter, viewership's up. Obviously, you have my generation who have the shortest fucking attention span.
Yeah, things got to move.
So like they're moving it fast, pitch clock. I mean, you have the committee of the MLB players that's saying that the pitch clock hurts their pitchers because they're forced to rush, throw fast. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Last year, we didn't see that many some pitchers. But
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't because
it was
of the pitch.
an extraordinary amount or anything like that.
Yeah, it wasn't because of
That's
the
where-
pitch time. It was just because of Tommy John getting hit with the ball, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it was basically normal, it seemed like.
Yeah.
So
Is the
Pittsburgh's proposal to have direct contact with free agents and set up travel during the negotiation window has been passed. So basically, before you can sign free agents, you can now actually talk to them directly and meet with them.
That's good. Yeah, that should have been.
Problem is, teams were getting penalized for doing that free agent signing and getting in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
and
so because it's a
fines and whatnot.
disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
and Atlanta was a big scandal with that, or not? I don't want to say scandal, but got in trouble for that, and I
Yeah.
think somewhere else almost did. And Eagles,
I was
yeah, they
I was not
thought
joking around.
the Eagles were talking to Saquon before they were allowed to, quote unquote. They didn't. They didn't talk to Saquon before they were supposed to, so that was all fine. But the Falcons, I believe, talked to Kirk Cousins before they were supposed to, and that's where
Damn. Did he go? Did he end up signing with them?
he's been with them.
I don't fucking know.
He signed like a stupidly large contract for 4 years, like
I've been
100 and some
noticing-
million.
Have you been noticing NFL contracts are getting higher and higher?
Have you noticed MLB contracts have been higher and higher?
I wouldn't know about that.
You wouldn't know about that? Are you sure about that?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Approval to expand the league's replay assist system has been passed. Great. Better replay system. We can actually get definitive things. They're not guessing on half the shit. What is this? The onside kick modification has been tabled. There's no vote. It will be picked up back, or they will be picked back up at the May meeting. I'm not sure about that. I believe because they were doing something weird about the onside kick modification. They wanted to like either change it back to the old way or where I forget.
Yeah.
Kind of relevant, to be honest. Anyway, that's been tabled. That is the juiciness that has come out of that meeting, and that's all I really want to talk about.
I mean,
about
yeah.
that.
I mean, I guess some of those, like again, you're more. That's more of your powerhouse. But I mean,
That's
like
exciting, yeah.
majority of the stuff does.
It
seem
makes sense,
reasonable. It makes
100%. If things need to be changed, and now of course there's the, if you want to play devil's advocate, there's always the devil's advocate to all of those things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's always gonna be people like, oh, that's gonna help their team specifically. But yeah, I mean, I think that most of that is reasonable. But
so torpedo bats.
torpedoes. So kind of going.
They
towards-
look like a lumpy penis. To be honest, I'm just kidding.
You would know about that. What? Try.
If you guys haven't known, I'm gonna say this because I'm not the baseball guy, and I'll let you reiterate if I'm right or not. So basically, the Yankees did it first. Whoever designed their bats, I forget whatever his name is,
I know,
whatever.
yeah.
He noticed a lot of the guys were making contact in the center of the label, in the center of the bat, or in the center of the barrel. So what they did was they moved some of the wood, because obviously it has to be a certain
The
weight,
higher the
certain
b-
length. It moved the concentration of the wood to be equal throughout the barrel and
Yep.
kind of concentrated it right
Towards the
around that
middle.
label in that middle spot where everybody is usually making contact with the ball.
So yeah.
So
Kind of piddleback. Kind of piggybacking when you're saying it turns out that the Yankees supposedly they've been doing it a little bit last year too, but they didn't really come to attention until this year. But like the fun fact, the guy who came up with this, I believe was a hitting coach or worked with the Yankees, who was formerly an MIT student, professor.
I see. Okay.
So like he was doing his nerd shit, and he kind of came
Yeah.
with that analysis that like, I mean, and it's been paying off. Honestly, the first opening day, Yankees were just fucking shitting on the Brewers because I think they broke a record. They broke multiple records, I think. But people are mad, but the thing is that
Why?
it's not just the Yankees because they think it's cheating.
But you got everybody else doing it now. Phillies are doing it.
Phillies, Mets,
Mets are doing
Orioles,
it.
like,
Orioles.
a bunch of
So-
other teams,
yeah,
Twins,
they're-
they're all doing it now.
They saw what happened and everybody sent their orders.
Exactly. I mean, could you just imagine what like someone like Otani, Harper, Juan Soto with a fucking torpedo bat would do?
Yeah.
We're gonna see all-time high. Damn, we're doing all-time high records with no. I mean, I guess why I could see it be cheating, but like, and then again, if it's all up to code, if it's all up to standard, then I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think because I personally think because what you were talking about the whole NFL thing
Yeah.
is that I think there are gonna come. Excuse me. I think there are
Jeez.
gonna come up into question that whether they should ban it or not, because it's not like it's a disadvantage type of thing.
Yeah, it does. You do notice a lot of people are getting a lot bigger hits now
Well, yeah, you have,
with that happening. But at the same point, you're not you're changing the bat, but you're not like changing the what I'm saying, the weight of the bat or anything like that. You're not
It's
making it
the same,
lighter
yeah.
or heavier or anything. It's the same thing,
It's up to
same
standard.
length.
Yeah.
They're just moving some to where they need more concentrated wood to
Oh.
obviously hit it harder.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense, but people just think it's got to be the traditional way. It's changing the
I
game
mean,
too
it's
much.
definitely suspicious. I'm not gonna say it's suspicious. I think it's the first time it's been mainstream. And I think it's skeptical, but I do think throughout, if it doesn't get banned by the time like next
I'm
season,
thinking.
you think
I'm
it's gonna get
thinking
banned?
halfway through the season, we're gonna at least somewhere in the first half of this season, we're gonna know what they're gonna do about it.
Because you
They're
already
gonna
have
make a-
pitchers. Pitchers are commenting that they don't like it. They don't agree with it.
Well, yeah, because they're getting
Fucking
tanked
shit.
on.
Like do you know Nestor Cortez, right? Former New York Yankee pitcher. He's the one who gave up the grand slam to Freddie Freeman last year in the
Okay,
World Series.
yeah.
Gets traded from New York to Milwaukee Brewers. Yankees and Brewers face each other a couple years ago, opening day. He gets fucking shelled. Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, back to back consecutive.
They had like
Three-
8 or 9 home runs in that game, didn't they?
And yeah, and then a couple days later, they won like 20-5. Like they're fucking elite. Because you have some of the one person, Anthony Volpe, noodle bat. He gets one of these torpedo bats. I think he has like 2 or 3 home runs already in the season.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yes, you're right. I saw it.
because like
And
yeah.
he was the main person of why they changed the bats because
Him and Jazz Chisholm
yes.
Jr.
they weren't. Okay, somebody's trying to do a burnout.
Is that burnout?
That was a burnout.
I thought it was a fucking scream.
No, that was a skid or a burnout out there. Oh, yeah, people
This
be
house
doing,
is
doing dumb
fucking
shit out there.
possessed, dude. What the fuck, bro?
No, yeah, that was out in the street. Don't worry, that wasn't in here. It happens all the time. You just hear.
It's,
Yep. Anyway,
oh, it's probably. Never mind.
I
I don't want to dox you, but I do think it's not. I don't think it's gonna get banned. I mean,
I think it's going to. I think. Well,
I think pitchers are gonna like do a petition or some shit.
yes,
to,
I
like-
think because either that or this season you're going to see a lot of high-scoring games, which is awesome for the fans. We love
it's
home
good
runs.
for viewership.
It's great
good
for the viewership, and I think that's why they will keep it. They're gonna say, "Dude, look, you're doing you're winning 20-17.
Yeah.
You're having these great games, and it looks great for the people. Enjoy it. They're getting home run balls all over the place.
Yeah.
So much more opportunity. People love it. Pitchers, yeah, their ERA sucks right now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, that's
The
the thing.
viewership's up, and that's what they care about: money and
That's
viewers.
where it was kind of like prevalent a couple of years ago when Judge was on that historic fucking pace, got like 62 or 63 home runs. People just started thinking that like this is good for viewership, this is good for marketing. People are going on the rabbit hole saying that it was juice balls, kind of like fucking what the Deflategate was. Like people think that the balls were more hollow, so that all you need to do is like a little nice smack and it's fucking gone. People were accusing Judge of in the MLB to like cheating with the baseballs and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't believe that personally, but I think it will come under like investigation. I think they're gonna do their own. But honestly, I think this is somewhat good for baseball. It's getting the word out. It's trending all over. It's getting views. It's getting likes.
Yes,
So.
I think that's awesome for the game.
But before we wrap things up,
Yeah.
I want to do. I know you're not a huge baseball guy, but
I know some stuff.
do you have any predictions for rewards, MVPs, Cy Youngs,
awards.
Rookie
Okay.
of the Year?
All right.
So let's start off with the American League. Do you know who is in the American
Paul Skeens,
League? For Cy Young?
Cy Young.
Valid.
I don't think there's a better pitcher out
He's
there.
I know. Sorry.
Is he? I know. Oh,
He's
he's
NL.
Pirates. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, I forget it's split into two. Hi, buddy. So there's 2 awards for both sides.
AL
That's
Cy
kind
Young.
of stupid. Not gonna lie. Well, it makes sense.
It'll
but
be
I feel
hard
like
for voters, I guess.
most valuable player is supposed to be the most valuable player in
I guess
MLB.
they have it.
But they have it on each side. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You got
I think it's more reasonable. I think it's-
Harper and I forget who won that one year.
Harper and Otani.
Was it Harper and last year? No,
Last year? No, Harper didn't win last year.
Yeah.
It was
It was Otani, I think.
Otani won national. Who won American League? Probably Judge.
I think so.
I couldn't tell you. But so for American League, who do you think? Who do you think?
I
gets
don't
it?
know. I don't know pitchers. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know pitchers enough.
Yankees. Anyone from the Yankees?
I don't know anybody that pitches other
Not
than.
Dodgers. Guardians. Anybody? Okay.
I don't know any of those teams.
I'm
Well, I
s-
know the teams, but I don't know.
Let's do
Like,
a National
anything-
League because I think you might know more National
Yeah,
League
I do.
teams.
Okay.
So National League Cy Young, you said Skeens.
Yes. MVP.
I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say. I can feel the bias coming from all the way.
See, this is hard because I don't know enough, and I don't want to be biased. But I'm trying to think the past couple days what I've seen because I haven't really watched too many games, but I've seen highlights and
You gotta
whatnot.
do it, man. It's fun.
Who?
Okay, the first one that comes to mind is obviously Otani. Otani is the heaviest
Okay,
of
sorry.
favorites.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he was
He went
So
from
there's-
American League to an NL.
Yes.
He's on the Dodgers.
Okay,
now.
he's on the Dodgers. So there's Otani, not Judge, of course. He's on the AL.
AL.
There's Harper. If he does good, who fucking knows? He has been kind of anyway.
Lindor, Soto.
Lindor. So Lindor just had his first hit, by the way,
First
recently.
hit. I don't think he did. I don't know. He has been doing amazing. Nothing to write home about.
Yeah. You got Soto.
Yeah.
Can I make this guess?
Yeah.
It's gonna be none of them.
You think it's gonna be an outsider?
It's gonna be an outsider of the.
Remember, pitchers can also be MVPs. It's happened before. People,
I don't think.
People are saying that Skeens
Oh,
is gonna get MVP.
all right. Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La
That's
Cruz
a
for
dark
MVP.
horse. That's
There
a
it
dark
is.
horse.
Yep.
Boy, I haven't seen
He has the new bat. Did you see? He has the new bat.
torpedo?
Yep, he has a torpedo. 2 home runs. He went 4 for 5.
Yeah, Adley Rutschman,
With
who
2
also
RBIs
has a
or something like that.
torpedo bat, had a multi-home run game as
Yeah.
well. Something's happening. Suspicious.
It's not something's happening. It's the torpedo bat is
Torpedo.
happening. Torpedo bat is happening. It's
Yeah.
not something's happening. We know what it is. It's
Yeah.
a new bat. If they keep the bat, Ellie. I got Ellie. The athleticism,
Full foot.
I love that. The hitting power, he's just a man on a mission.
That splashed all over my fucking
Nice.
face. I suck at this.
And a man I appreciate. Ellie De La Cruz for MVP.
Okay.
Yep.
What about? You're not gonna know rookie. There's no point.
Rookie.
I don't
yeah,
even know
fuck.
rookie,
I don't even know
honestly.
rookies this year.
Right. So what I'm gonna do? Ready? I'm gonna do a speed run it. Now, American League Cy Young. I think it is going to be. I'm trying to think. Speed run. I couldn't fucking think of any American League pitchers. Who won last year? Do you know? Why am I
No.
asking you? Okay, I'll just.
Why? Hold on. All right, I can look it up right now. Hold on. Who won Cy Young Award? Would it be 2024? Yeah, 2024. That's not what I searched at all. Who won Cy Young Award
It's Scooball. No, that's National League.
2024? All right, let's
it was
see.
Scooball. Tarek
Uh,
Scooball. I think.
Chris Sale.
No, that's the National League. It was Scooball.
Oh,
Chris Sale won National League. Tarek Scooball won American League.
was it? Oh yeah. That's
I
right.
was trying
Chris
to-
Sale and Tarek Skubal. Yep. You're right. You're so right.
Let me look. I think. I just think. I mean, I don't want to say it's a repeat, but Scooball is fucking unreal. Scooball.
You can do a back to back. Okay, yeah, it was Aaron Judge and Shohei last year. That's right.
It was. Okay, so I'm gonna go Scooball again. I think Scooball is one of the most dominant.
Oh, there's games
pitchers.
on right now.
Fucking Mets lost. Not happy about that.
Really?
Pete Alonso had a grand slam yesterday. You know that?
I did see that. I did see.
He's on multiple of my fantasy teams.
Tampa Bay is beating Pittsburgh 6-0. Top of the 8th.
Torpedo bats.
Torpedo bats.
Okay. American League MVP. I'm gonna go with kind of a similar dart. I'm gonna go with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think Vladdy Jr. has.
Guerrero?
I think he has a
You think he's gonna have
because
his
he's in the
breakout
middle
year?
of contract negotiations with the Blue Jays.
That's
Supposedly he wants
right.
way more money than the Blue Jays are offering. Could be a
Really?
future New York Met. For all we know.
No, he's not going to the Mets.
Bitch, please. Act like we don't have the money.
No,
We don't have
after signing Soto, I don't think they're gonna go after another humongous contract like.
As long as he
Guerrero.
doesn't go to the Dodgers. Maybe
Guerrero.
he goes to the Phillies.
Guerrero.
Put Harper back in the outfield. I don't know
He's been a
rookie.
first.
I don't know rookie of the years. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know any new rookies. National League Cy Young. I think. Fuck, there's so many. Otani's not a fantastic pitcher. He's amazing. He's not. I don't think he's won a Cy Young.
Is he pitching?
This year he is. I don't think he
I don't
has
think he will.
yet. But I don't think.
I don't think he
National.
will.
Excuse me. National League. I'm going to give it to.
Spit it out.
This
Spitters are for quitters.
This is gonna be. Don't quote me on this. I think Zach Wheeler. I think Zach Wheeler is fucking nasty.
You think Wheeler will? Wow.
I'm not.
Wow, he's
I'm being.
coming to the dark side now.
I'm being
Imagine
so
that.
respectfully. The Mets rotation is so fucking dog shit.
Really?
Sean Manaea,
Yeah.
who isn't amazing. He's not like fucking must see, but he was fantastic for us last year. Gets injured, and my dad literally just sent me an article, saying that Mets shut down Sean Manaea for another 2 weeks after injection of the right oblique strain. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's not good. I think Zach Wheeler gets Cy Young. National League MVP.
Who are we saying? Do you think Paul? Oh gosh, excuse me. Do you think Paul Skeen's coming second then, or do you think somebody else?
Fuck, I
does?
forgot about Paul's. Ooh, see, I might change. Might change it.
So you're gonna go with I'm going.
Paul's fucking skin is not. Livy Dunn's boyfriend is nuts.
Livy Dunn's boyfriend is nuts.
National League MVP.
I just watched a video. She was showing people how to eat crawfish, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to get rid of the, you pull the tail off to get the, I guess the bladder sac out, and then she just ate it, and she's like, that's what you're supposed to. You eat it."
What
I
the
was
fuck?
like, what the fuck? Relevant, but that was
fuck?
weird. Anyway.
All right, National League MVP. I don't want to say to Otani because I had this fucking spiel that I hate how he's just gonna win MVP every fucking year. I feel like at this point, but it's not gonna be Otani. I think. I don't want to seem biased, but I'm gonna seem biased. I think Juan Soto does it. I think Juan Soto gets it. I think he's in a slow start now. I think he fucking gets it. So, also, I want to say for clearances, if it's not Vladdy, I think it's gonna be Bobby Witt Jr. Do you know Bobby Witt?
What team is he on?
Royals, American League, Kansas City Royals. He's
Yeah,
like the only good fucking player on that team.
Royals.
But that's gonna do it. You heard it first. You heard it here
You heard it
first.
first.
We're
You
gonna
heard it first.
we're gonna come back to this episode in October when the season ends, and we'll see how we're right. But ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna do it for this special episode of the Unfiltered Podcast. It's been a
Did you
banger.
just call it special? Why is it special?
Every episode is special.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
special in
it's-
our hearts.
It's a reunion that we're finally back in
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And again, guys, we're
Things actually sound right.
we're gonna try exactly. No, knock on wood, no technical difficulties. But we're gonna try to aim for as of right now, maybe once a week, or if not, we're gonna do
We'll
once
update
every
you
week.
guys. We'll keep you updated.
So, yeah,
At least
again-
get every other week.
It's another reason to follow us on social medias. All that will be in the description down below.
Of course.
Sure, any closing thoughts for us?
Have a great rest of your week, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Please subscribe and like the video. Peace.
Peace.